And joining me now is Leroy Chiao, former NASA astronaut and International Space Station commander. Some exciting stuff here, Leroy. How significant is this discovery, and what exactly does it mean?
Well, it's very exciting. I mean, this is the first time that we've seen a star this close, relatively speaking. 40 light years is still pretty far away by our standards, but on an astronomical scale, pretty close. And that we see three planets, at least three planets, that appear to be in what's called the Goldilocks zone, just the right distance away from the star to have the right temperatures, and that look like they could possibly have liquid water on the surface and a rocky surface features. So all that is possibly conducive to life, but remains to be seen. And the Hubble Space Telescope and other instruments will study it to try to better determine the chemical composition of the atmosphere.
Well, I want to ask you about that. So, could potentially support liquid water. How do you exactly determine there is water?
Well, it all has to do with the light. And so telescopes are able to look at the light. They're able to look at how much the planet will dim the star as it passes through. And as it passes through, it can look at the spectra of that light and determine what kind of chemical compositions the atmosphere contains. So it's a very, very remote detection. It's a pretty amazing sophistication in our technology and our science that we're able to do that, but it provides some strong evidence of whether there's water, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and other elements, essential elements for life in the atmosphere.
So that being said, what is then the next step to seeing if there is life on any of those planets?
Well, it will be very difficult to determine, for sure if there is life on any of those planets. But what we can do in the next coming months and years is to study very carefully what we can about the chemical composition to determine if the building blocks might be there. And so it's a very exciting development. And what it means is that it is likely, as I believe, that there is other life out there. I don't believe that we've been visited, because the distances are so vast. Even 40 light years is quite a long distance. That, of course, is the distance that a beam of light would travel in 40 years. So, on an astronomical scale, very close, but still, practically speaking, very far away.
So 40 light years away, is there any type of way to collect more information by sending something out there like a probe or a craft? Is there any kind of technology that's in the works that can make that happen one day?
Well, sure. One day we're going to have to figure out how to go a lot faster than we can send probes now. For even at the speed of light, it's going to take 40 years to get there and then 40 years to send a signal back. So that's quite a long time. And so there's going to have to be some big breakthrough. Somebody's going to have to invent the so-called warp drive or something like that, or to figure out another way to travel or to get information back quickly. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't never say never, but it's beyond our reach for the moment.
And it seems like this was not a fairly recent discovery. Are you surprised by all of this?
Well, I'm not actually surprised. I think there are any number of planets out there that could support life as we know it. It's just a matter of finding them. And with the more sophisticated satellites and instruments that we have, we're starting to find more and more of them.
All right, Leroy Chiao, as always, we appreciate your insight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.